it is very much apparent that the Xbox Game Showcase really did make gamers ask questions. I mean, it was received so well throughout the industry by many.
That this is not only one of the best showcases Xbox has ever put on, I think it's one of the best gaming showcases ever done.
Yes, this Xbox showcase really had persons saying that this was the best showcase ever. But because of that, because of what Microsoft did, PlayStation gamers especially is saying, where is our roadmap? Because Xbox gamers would have received a roadmap not only for this year, but also for the next 2 years. We know what is coming in 2025, we know what is coming in 2026. So Sony gamers are asking, where is our roadmap? Why can't we have a roadmap like, the Xbox?
How about new, you crazy Dutch bastard?
But to be fair, you ponies did have an okay first half of the year. You had some remasters, you had third-party deals, second-party games being released. So you guys had an okay first half. But it's looking like Sony, ran out of gas because things ain't looking too good for the second half. And, that really has prompted me to come up with a game show. And I want you guys at home to play along. I am going to say PlayStation is so dry, and then you are going to say, how dry is it? And then I'll give you the reason. So you ready to play along? Let's see if we can do a test run. PlayStation is so dry. How dry is it? Yes, it's so dry that Reforge Gaming, Jimmy Neutron himself, is being called out by his co-host for only talking negative about Xbox. Listen.
I will flat out come out and make a video and say, this game looks bad. This game looks rough. I did it with Redfall. We did it with Ronin.
I know that. Yes.
We did it with Ronin. So I'm not sitting here being some kind of like, I'm refusing to say it with my chest, and I'm just going to play the game of like, I can be right no matter what.
That's how I feel when I'm like, so you're saying that it's not going to be good in the
I feel
product.
like I'm being thoughtful and fair to say, until you show me gameplay, everything up to now is a cause for concern. These are all red flags. I feel like that's thoughtful and fair to be like, I'm not going to be deterministic or conclusive in my statements until I see gameplay.
So you want to see gameplay, Reforge? Take a look at this. Shout out to Colt Eastwood for this smash-up.
I mean, sure, you get your mega fan. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right.
Bandits, because they like to rough up bandits, don't they?
Is that enough gameplay for you, Reforge? You guys are so dry.
But
Whatever.
I did that.
I'll choose to be happy and excited about this game, and you can be in your little corner and be like, I don't know, they haven't shown me gameplay, and the Xbox sucks at everything, so why would I feel confident? You enjoy, buddy.
You're just shadowboxing again. You're shadowboxing. I didn't say
baby Bob and Weave, baby.
That's right. Who are you fighting right now? I'm not being overly negative. I gave Xbox their flowers and said it was the best event. It kicked off amazing. It's how you do a show. Love the fact that they kicked off with Black Ops 6 and Doom. I think both of those games look phenomenal. Like, I thought their showcase was excellent. But then, when you actually let the dust settle and you look at the showcases and you look at the history of their showcases, they do this. They bring all these games out without dates. They're only cinematic. Same thing with State of Decay 3. I think it's fair to say, what are y'all doing? It's been 4 years. Where's the game?
I can't remember Reforge keeping the same energy when God of War Ragnarok took 5 years to release. I didn't see him take the same energy when The Last Guardian took 9 years to be released. All of a sudden, he's concerned about the time period these games are made in.
Oh no, apparently. The chat is saying, oh, it's been 4 years, it's been 5 years, it's not early. Guys, we can't tell them in one breath that we want them to take as much time as they possibly need to not have a Cyberpunk or Redfall or whatever example you want to use situation. Starfield is another good one. Apparently they can get that game to run 60 FPS just fine if they have enough time to get a patch out. But Cyberpunk is the end-all be-all example. We can't say that we want them to take the time to make sure that the game is good before it comes out and is feature complete, and then bitch and moan about the fact that they're taking 7 years to put the game out. Like, pick one. Pick a lane, guys.
You're
Like,
you're reframing
if
things.
they need as much time as they need to get the game across the finish line, and they're not ready to show you gameplay, that's what we're asking for. We're asking them to take the time that they need to show the game when it's ready and to sell the game when it's ready. So we can't ask for that and then get upset and bitch and moan when they take all the time that they need and show the game when it's ready. That doesn't make any sense. You can't have your cake and eat it.
Yes, when you have your own co-host slapping the taste out of your mouth, that is when you know that your platform is dry. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how dry is PlayStation. So you know what? Let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. Before we start the video, let me just say that if you're interested in content like this, please consider subscribing. I know you will laugh, you will be informed, you will get a little bit of gaming news as well. The goal for the channel is to hit 3,000 subs at the end of the year. So we are trying our best to reach that goal. So if it is you like to laugh, you like this light-hearted type of video, please consider subscribing. Like and share as well. Now let's get back to the video. Yeah, so PlayStation fans all over the world, they are hungry, they are starving. Yes, their platform is really dry. Why do I say that? The amount of PlayStation guys, the amount of ponies I have seen asking for Xbox games to come to their platform, the only conclusion I could come with is that these guys are hungry, these guys are thirsty. The PlayStation is dry. Now the PlayStation is so dry. How dry is it? Dry, you say? I did say dry. Now the PlayStation is so dry that even MBG, a pony at heart, is questioning what is going on with PlayStation for the upcoming years. Listen.
And obviously that is, okay, well, if that's what Sony's lineup is for the remainder of 2024, what do we say about the remainder of the generation? What about 2025 and 2026? And like I said, I'll just put this here now. All we know beyond the end of this year, from January 2025 forward, all we know is Death Stranding 2, Insomniac's Wolverine, I'm sitting here trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Still thinking. Phantom Blade Zero, I guess, but I don't know. That's like a. I mean, it's a console exclusive. Yeah, that's it. That's it, dude. I don't know of any, and to me that is. It's not problematic in this exact moment. It's not problematic right now because we're not in 2025.
It is so dry on the PlayStation side that even Marlon Gaiman is saying this.
If Sony does not deliver in this PS5 showcase, well, that's it.
Yes, these ponies are outside here losing hope on Sony. But at the same time, we are seeing that the showcase of Microsoft has done this to gamers, so much so that the gamers' hopes are renewed not just in Xbox, but also in gaming. Listen.
Xbox has saved console gaming, and I'm as surprised as you are. Reader's feature. A reader is surprised to find how much he enjoyed the Xbox Games Showcase and explains why it's renewed his optimism about gaming. As far as I'm concerned, Xbox is a really hard brand to like. From that horrible shade of green they use for everything to the animatronic business execs, pretending to be humans, that are in charge of it all, I've just never got on with it. There's something aggressive and artless about the way Xbox is marketed that has always done it a disservice. Its obsession with shooters and its refusal to properly engage with Japanese developers, or in any way change its approach for Europe, has always been off-putting to me. I say this despite having owned an Xbox 360, which everyone I knew did at the time, and being so impressed by the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday that it almost instantly calmed all my fears about the current problems in the industry. That's not hyperbole. I'm sure if you're reading this you probably saw it yourself, and thought it was good, but it was an extremely impressive showcase, with high-quality game after high-quality game, some of which were even a surprise, if you happen to have not read any of the rumors. I don't want to get into the games individually because whether or not you're personally interested in them is not really the point. I couldn't give a fig about Gears of War or Fable, unless they're radically different from the old ones, but the point is they're big budget, proper games. They've got a story, they can be played single player with no restrictions, and they have a finite end. In short, they're not live service games. Apart from Call of Duty there didn't seem to be any at all. Instead you got over 30 real games, mostly from Microsoft but also some great looking third-party titles as well. I really like the look of that Expedition 33. I'm one of those people that greatly misses E3 and this felt like a PlayStation showcase from about 8 years or so ago. That was clearly exactly what Microsoft was trying to copy, but fair play to them, they did it properly. Which means they understand why they worked. 5 minutes of an exciting looking game with real gameplay, or at least a good representation of it. Then another and another and another. If you don't like one maybe you'll like the next, and even if you don't like most of them at least you get proof that your console of choice is putting in the work and creating a steady churn of exclusive new titles, where you're bound to like something eventually. Compare this to Sony's event, where they spent half the time on a game clearly everyone watching is going to hate. Concord may be a hit but not with long-term fans, and Summer Game Fest where it was just such a slog to sit through endless, interchangeable pre-rendered trailers and weird little indie games where all you could do is sit and wish they'd get on with it. I've got nothing against indie games, I love them, but they're not what generates hype in these sort of showcases, and understanding that is important. I have no love for Xbox and I hate that Microsoft's secret weapon, after decades of failure, is just to buy everyone they can. But we're in a bad situation here. Sony is asleep at the wheel and the whole industry feels like it's drifting off course. But the Xbox Games Showcase reversed all those problems.
Although the person writing this article was no fan of Xbox, he had to admit that here what, seeing all these games, all these AAA games, showing well, playing well in that Microsoft showcase, he has a renewed sense of hope for the gaming industry. So we're seeing what Microsoft is doing. On the other hand, PlayStation is so dry. The Sahara Desert. It's so dry that Sony fans are still squabbling and still quarreling about Lego Horizon.
I am, but there is a part of me that also would like to have one big blockbuster title from PlayStation Studios to also release this year too.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
On the second half of the year, I wouldn't lie. But as of right now, looking at second half of the year, I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's all right. It's all
because
right.
we got one more. We got the biggest IP franchise from PlayStation coming out this year, Persona.
What game is that?
Lego Horizon Adventures. What has happened to the PlayStation Nation, man? We don't know what exclusives mean. We don't know what first party IPs mean. Our standards, our stances have diminished because of some of the moves that PlayStation has been doing. We went from one instance that, we don't want games going to PC, to it's old games, to nobody bought it because the game came out a year ago, to now they don't own this IP. It's Lego. What the hell is going on? What are you guys drinking? What the hell is going on? I'm confused. Huh? This is a Horizon game. It's a part of the Horizon franchise. Yes, it has Lego tied to it. I had people tell me Gorilla ain't developing it. PlayStation don't own the IP. It's Lego. What the hell is going on? All the things that people say is just so they can feel good about the decisions that PlayStation is doing, rather than actually just standing up or saying something, having an adverse reaction. We just went 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. PlayStation being very transparent with their games and how they're going to distribute them. Huh? Tentpole titles, IPs will be launching on the console. You know, it's not going day and date. Then we have a tentpole IP franchise, Horizon, regardless if it's a Lego game or not. It is going to other platforms day and date, even on a rival competitor, the Switch. I just need people to stop damage controlling and just be real with yourself.
J Barry, big respect for calling out the PlayStation community, but you have to realize that these ponies can't be true. They cannot be real, because ponies are not real. They are mythical creatures sent by Jim Ryan himself. Yes? So let me hear what you think about PlayStation being dry. Second half of PlayStation being dry. Yes, they had an okay first half of the year, but they gassed out and now they're drier than the Sahara Desert. While the Xbox community would be eating good the second half of the year. So let me know what you thought about the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.